Some of the most valuable tools included in your AutoFluent software are the reporting capabilities. In this video, I will go over the Customer Reports interface and show you what information each of the reports can provide for you. Click on Customer Reports. All customer reports that can be generated in your system can be accessed by clicking the drop-down menu and selecting a specific report. The first report on the list is the Aging Report. This report will print a list of every customer that has a balance. By default, the report will show all customers with a balance, but by unchecking some of these boxes, you can decide how old the debt needs to be printed on the report. If you want to see the balance due up to a date before today, you can backdate the report and display only balances due up to the date of your selection. Showing the future due will show charges that aren't yet due on the current statement but will be soon. Showing old aging will show debt 150 days old or older. You can choose to hide or display customers that you have designated as bad debt on the Terms tab of Customer Entry. You can also display a customer's total sales to date or from just this period, as well as select to print a specific sales category or by customer assigned sales rep. If you have multiple locations, the Aging Report will break down the sales from each location and consolidate them. You can also choose to print the report to include just one location by selecting it from the drop-down menu. Once you actually run the report, you can choose to age the balances on a specific statement period ending date, or select your own date from the calendar drop-down, or choose not to age the customers. The Aging Transaction Report is similar to the Aging Report, but will show you every unpaid invoice and credit that exists in the date range that you select. You can choose to run this report for a selected customer or the entire customer list, and also just print the customer's total balance over the selected date range without showing individual transactions. Again, you can print selected sales categories and sales rep, select an aging date, age by due date, or backdate the report. This report is useful to run if the customer has questions about their statement. The Bank Deposit Analysis Report will show you the daily cash and credit deposits from one daily report, or the combined totals if you select more than one daily report to generate the report for. The Bank Summary Report allows you to select a date range and will list every transaction during that period and how the customer paid. The Comprehensive Sales Report lets you set monthly company sales goals and then run a report that shows your monthly sales to date and the projected sales amount based on how far into that monthly period you currently are. The Comprehensive Group Report lets you generate reports on the item groups of your choosing. This will allow you to create up to 8 different reports that combine the sales of both labor and parts groups or any other combination of groups that you want. The report will show you both the item count and sales in dollars, as well as your projected sales for the month based on the calendar date. The Customer Labels Report will allow you to print customer labels based on several parameters. You may want to check the With Addresses box to eliminate the printing of unnecessary labels. Customer Labels by Purchases allows you to print labels just like in the last report, but in this report you can base the printing on customers that made specific purchases in the date range of your choosing. The Customer List and Customer List by Purchases report work similar to the Customer Labels report, but the customer names will be printed in list form instead. The Customer Notes report will print the administrative notes and/or work order messages that you have entered in the customer entry area for customers that fit the parameters you have selected. The Customer Sales report will show you purchase information of your customers, including last date purchased, the last date that they made an account payment, deposits made, purchases during that period, what percentage of your sales they were responsible for, and their total purchases to date. The Franchise Fees report will show you your gross sales totals minus sales tax for each of your locations. Invoice Profit Detail reports will show each transaction that matches the settings you enter and will give you a line-by-line invoice breakdown that includes quantity sold, the price charged, and the profit amount of each item. Item groups by sales category will show you sales and profit totals based on previously posted daily reports and includes units sold, sales total, cost, profit, and margin. The pick list report will allow you to generate a list of items that need to be gathered for delivery by a specific shipping method or by customer sales category and list those items by bin location. The referral activity report will list your customer referral responses over the specified date range and show you the sales average and sales totals over that date range. The sales rep sales report will show an invoice by invoice breakdown on total sales, profit, and spiffs earned by each sales rep. You can also generate a list of mechanic commissionable parts and labor with totals as well. The sales tax report will show you the total amount of sales per tax level over the specified range, as well as a breakdown of non-taxable items sold and the total tax paid per tax type. The transaction detail report will show line-by-line detail on every transaction that falls into your search criteria. The transaction report shows each transaction on its own line with the included payment method. If you select totals only, it will generate a report with each customer's transactions added up on that single line for the time period you specified. The transaction summary report will give you a breakdown of profit, parts, labor, discounts, sales tax, and transaction total in an easy-to-read format. Selecting totals only will add each customer's own transactions together and show them line by line on the report. The transactions by date or vehicle report will include the license plate and fleet number of each listed transaction, along with how the customer paid and how much of the transaction is still open. The transactions by date or vehicle with detail report will display a line-by-line breakdown of each transaction that includes the selected vehicle or sales category. Reprint invoices will reprint all invoices for the specified customer and date range. Create email mailings will allow you to select specific parameters based on customer type or purchases when sending out email. This is covered completely in the Email Marketing and Templates video.